Hey guys, it's Jack with Strat Research again. Today we're going to go over a video about pistol setups, and I have my good friend here with me.
My name's Preston.
So just to get right into it, we wanted to do a quick video about this because we've put our heart and souls into these things. It's what we carry with us every single day. It is our first line of defense. So I decided to go with the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 empty mag clear gun. I went with the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0, the 3.6-inch model. You can tell because the barrel is not flush with the Streamlight I have. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. I went with this gun because I started out with a shield, and the controls are familiar for me. The texture is familiar for me. The grip angle is a big thing. It's 18 degrees from the bore. That's something that I find very comfortable. I grew up shooting in 1911. So the first pistol I bought was a shield, and I decided to upgrade to this. What'd you go with?
I went with the Glock 43X. My first pistol was a XDS 3.3.
Was it the Springfield joint?
Yeah.
I'm sorry I made fun of you for that one.
So yeah, the biggest reason why I like that gun and this gun is because it's a single stack. It's really slim. I'm a skinny dude. It really conceals well on my body. I have the Holosun 507K. Really like that.
I'm a big fan of Holosun too. The price point and the durability for the price point makes them really hard to beat. I think I paid like $310 for mine. I've dropped it a few times. It holds zero. Had it mounted by a guy local to me. He's Mod 1 Firearms. If I can, I'll throw a link in the description for you guys. Great guy, does great work at very reasonable prices. And since he's local, it was really easy for me to just drop it off. I didn't have to wait for shipping, turnaround times, etc., etc. What'd you pay for your Holosun, man?
I think it was like 280 or 300, something like that.
Yeah, that's a good deal. And if you guys watch the videos from Sage Dynamics, I don't think Aaron Cowan's gone over the 507C, but he's gone over the 508T, the titanium version, and the 509, and he beats the absolute crap out of those things, and they continue to run. I wanted the 508T, but I apparently found out about them way too early and thought they should have been in stock and wasn't patient, and I'm kind of kicking myself about it now. So what light did you go with?
The TLR6.
And why'd you do that?
I only chose it because it fit the gun, honestly.
Yeah,
if I could redo it, I would get the MOS 43X and put a bigger light.
Yeah, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's the TLR7 sub. Yeah. It's a great light. It's basically the same thing as this, but it's skinnier this way to fit a single stack frame. And I think it has a little more candela because of the shape it has to be in. So it has a little bit more throw, which is interesting because it's supposed to be the same technology in it. I went with the TLR7A. I went with it over the 7 because it has different switches. And I have the low profile switches. They have ones that are a bigger nub, but when I bring my finger into the trigger guard, I was hitting them. So I decided to switch to the smaller ones. I like it a lot. It's 500 lumens, 5,000 candela, it's at least supposed to be. I'm pretty sure it is. I like it a lot. It comes with different mounting keys, so they fit, different guns. Took me to the very last mounting key to figure it out, but I got it on here. It's been absolutely rock solid since. I wish you went with the MOS also, but I think we started building these before the MOS was really prevalent, right? It had just been announced or something?
It had been announced, but they weren't out yet, I don't think.
Gotcha.
I've had this for over a year now.
Yeah. If I'd have known that the MOS was going to be a thing, I probably would have told you to get something different. I didn't even think I knew about it till Bones told me about it. We went with different holsters. I decided to go with the Tier 1 concealed Aegis Elite. Well, actually, I went with the Aegis, the OG one at first, because they didn't have the Elite for my gun yet. And it cracked, like right here. and I emailed them and were like, hey man, my holster cracked, and they were like, sweet man, let's get you another holster. And it took them like 12 days when their lead time is 30 business days, like up to 6 weeks, and they really hooked it up. My other one, yeah, I know, it's awesome. The other one I had was purple on the back and white on the front, but the Elite, it only comes one color, so I decided to go with purple, and they upgraded me for free, which is absolutely awesome. I absolutely love that company. I like this holster because I'm a little chunkier than Bones is, and I mean, we call him Bones for a reason. This one comes apart, so I can run these separate if I absolutely want to. When I run my battle belt or my you know, out in the field belt and outside the waistband magazines, I will put this by itself kind of on the side if I can. It can be a little bit uncomfortable because I'm not used to it, but you know, it gets the job done every single time. Yeah, the flexibility really helps with my belly. They also make one that is just put together with shock cord, so it's still flexible, but you can't take it apart as easily. You have to like undo the shock cord. I believe you went with the T-Rex arms?
Yep, sidecar. Honestly, there's no big reason why I went with this one over that. But mine doesn't have that
The flexibility in the middle?
Which doesn't bother me. I'm skinny, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and also we've, you know, worn each other's holsters in practice with each other's guns, and that gun disappears on me, and this gun disappears on you. They're both great quality holsters. I will recommend these every single time. I also recommend
this is the old version, actually.
Oh yeah, there's the new one.
They do have the newer version like that.
Yeah, the sidecar, the 2.0 has little wings, or not wings, like edges that go like this, and a rod goes in between them, and you can
like a door frame.
Yeah, yeah, like a door frame or like the door hinge, and you can like take off the magwell or the magazine and throw a rifle mag or a tourniquet, handcuffs. What's the other one? Is there a flashlight one?
Handcuff, tourniquet,
or just a clip,
mag,
or just a clip, like just a belt clip, so you can just have the gun solo, so you can run it, you know, 3 or 4 o'clock if you wanted to. I really love those. Those holsters, man. They're great. I have no problem recommending the T-Rex arms to anybody. It has served Preston very well, and I almost went with one, but they don't make many Smith & Wesson models, so it's another reason why I went with that. So let's talk about some of our miscellaneous upgrades. I'll go first. I went with the Floyd's Custom Shop magwell and base plate because they don't really make, well, at the time they didn't really make, like, I couldn't find a magwell that didn't stick out a whole bunch, and I like this one because it just gives you a little bit of a nub for your pinky to grab onto, so you can really bear down on it, and under recoil in that muzzle flip you can focus on your pinky pressure and keep that muzzle down. If you check out the shorts on my channel, you can see me really getting after it, and you can see the gun snap back to my point of aim, and that's really handy when it comes to trying to be fast and accurate under time. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much it for miscellaneous upgrades for me.
What?
Oh yeah, I forgot. No, yeah, I went ahead and got the. I forgot about that, dude. It's like I've had it for, you know, a few months now, and I'm used to it. I just don't think about it. Yeah. I got the Apex trigger kit, clear gun. It has an extremely short reset on it. It goes to this trigger and the name of Daddy Plaid. Put your finger over mine. There's it's a 5.5 pound brake, so you can feel it stacking about 4.5 pounds. Right, and you just add a little bit more, and it breaks. Super crisp. Let's check that reset. Oh, I reset it on accident. Look at that. Let's check that reset. A little bit forward. It's not as tactile or audible, but I think that's part of the idea. You're able to get it and go fast. I like this trigger a lot. You can actually make it anywhere between 6.8 pounds and like 3.7 pounds. I decided to go right in the middle of the road at 5.5 pounds. It's the same weight as my original trigger, as the original stock trigger, but the break is just so much more crisp, and the aluminum bar makes it so there's no actual play in the trigger, so you don't feel the polymer, like the tolerances stacking on each other. So it's aluminum to steel, and it's just absolutely butter.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, so that is all the miscellaneous upgrades for me.
If you've got a Glock 43X or 48, you already know, or you should know, shield arms, S15s, also +5 base plate.
Yeah, that's badass. So he's got more rounds than me. My base plates are 15 plus 2. They're +2 base plates, so I have 17 rounds total for 35 on board. And Preston's got
15
plus 20 plus 1 in the chamber, so you got 36 on board.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, for a single stack gun, that's absolutely incredible.
Got the Tyrant design magwell.
Yeah.
Also, the shield arm
mag release. Yeah, it's pretty much standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to get that because, you know, the geometry of these is a little bit different, and the actual hole for the magazine release on the magazine can eat up the polymer button. So if you guys get the shield arms mags, make sure you go ahead and get the mag button too. Can be a lot of, it can.
I will say it can be finicky. I've had some issues with feeding from slide lock.
I mean, it wants to work perfectly now on camera finally.
I mean, of course, but yeah, it would get stuck halfway.
Yeah, we're gonna
still
keep
trying
running.
to figure out what's causing that. If it's the new Gen 2 magazines, or what, or if it's the new mag release button that I put in.
It could also be the barrel.
Could be.
Was that a blacklist?
This is a blacklist.
Yeah, we got that from a buddy of mine. It is fluted and chameleon PVD, so it's just a tough finish. It's pretty.
I like the finish.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I run purple shit, but like the chameleon, it looks like someone spilled gas all over it. I mean, there's really no, it really
the only other thing is I did my own stippling. I don't know if you all can see that. I'll flag you.
There's no one behind the camera, for the record. It's on a tripod. We're not flagging anybody with these guns.
I don't know if y'all could see that, but yeah, I did that myself. Took about 3.5 hours, but it feels really good now.
Yeah, and it's
I like it way better than
the standard Glock.
Standard.
Yeah, I don't think it's too abrasive. I think it's really nice, right where it should be. Who did your Cerakote? Wasn't that Mod 1 also did your Cerakote?
Firearms. They did the slide, the magwell, and they also did the dish cuts on the side.
Yeah, that's gonna lighten up your slide a little bit,
just a little bit,
and make it reciprocate a little bit faster because, you know, less weight under the same pressure. It's gonna move faster. Yeah, you had the serrations on the top carried over.
Oh yeah,
because you cock it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to do.
They're really grippy. I really like them. So
yeah,
that's pretty much the end of the end of our pistols. I named mine after a Ring of Power in Lord of the Rings. If you want to know about that, you can comment and I'll write back to you.
You want to talk about?
Cartridges. Yeah, let's talk about cartridges. So I decided to go with the Spear Gold Dot 124 grain plus P. This cartridge has put down a lot of bad guys. I decided to go with plus P because my barrel's a little bit shorter than the 4-inch, so you lose a little bit of velocity, and the plus P is gonna make up for that. And even shooting the plus P ammo, it's really not. In my opinion, it's really not that hot. I don't know if I haven't shot enough of it to realize it's so much hotter. I haven't shot it next to. I haven't like shot them every other like gold dot training ammo. I haven't done that yet. That might, you know, give me a little bit more insight to that. But as long as you make sure you crush down on that gun and don't jerk your trigger, it's really not that deep. Yeah, I am getting about 1,100 feet per second out of this. It's labeled at 1250. It's plenty of energy dumped dump down range, and energy matters a lot less than actual shot placement and speed and accuracy. So get a good cartridge and run it hard. What are you running, Bones?
This is Hornady Critical Defense, I believe.
Is it?
Critical Defense or Critical Duty. It's 115 grain.
Well, if it's 115, it's gonna be defense.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So this has got the polymer tip in it, so it's a little bit more barrier blind as if it didn't have that. So when you're shooting through auto glass or wood or something like that, that polymer tip prevents the hollow point from getting filled up, because if it gets filled up with solids, when it hits soft tissue, it's not going to expand like it's supposed to.
One of my biggest reasons for shooting a 115 grain carry ammo.
Standard pressure too.
Yeah, because I shoot 115 ball ammo all the time. That's
Yeah,
what I train with.
Yeah, that's what is at our local range. So that's what we get. We shoot a lot of that 115, man.
If I'm good with that, I think I'd just rather stick with something I know what's coming every time.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much our basic carry packages. If I could do anything different, man, I would have gone with the 4-inch gun. I have a problem of like trying to change stuff on the fly. I have my build list set up, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get this. I'm like, oh, what if I change this? Then I end up being upset with it, and I try to stick with the build list. I did it this time stupidly while the 4-inch gun was on sale for $350. I got mine for about $490. Paid $140 extra, whatever. But I stuck with the build list and I did it, and it's really not that deep. The bullet does bullet things. The gun does gun things. It's absolutely fine. In the future, I think Cloud Defensive is coming out with a new pistol light, and I know that Tier 1 is going to have holster support for it immediately, so I'm definitely going to make sure I get that. It's going to be a lot of money, but I think it's going to be worth it. It gives you extreme amounts of candela and allows you to really, really throw that light downrange and blind somebody or identify something. Make sure you're not going to shoot your dog, or your mom comes over to get some chili you left in the fridge or whatever.
Yeah, you got to be able to
See
identify the threat.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Is there anything that you would do different?
Yeah, I mean, I would have went with the MOS for sure, so I could get more light. Other than that, I'm really happy with how my build turned out.
Awesome. Oh, I'd also go with the 508T. I'd be more patient and get the 508T. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. If you stayed all this time, I want to thank you for your time and thank you for supporting the channel. Please don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. If you guys have any questions or you have any video ideas, please shoot them my way, and we will get those in the pipeline.